Hey guys, what's up? Tristan here, and oh, am I not in focus? There we go. Tristan here, and I am just working on a quick edit, and I was thinking, you know what, this might be a cool opportunity to share a little bit of my process. So I'm gonna jump into an edit right now, and you guys can follow along. Let me just move this camera a little bit so it's easier. I'm in a little bit more focus. I'm going to be jumping into Final Cut Pro. Let me just jump over to here. Go to Final Cut Pro here, and I just have, this is, hold on, let me make sure I have my picture-in-picture here. Maybe I can move this around a little bit or make this a little bit smaller. There we go. So this is my timeline. I was asked to do an edit for my local town called Shelburne. Let me just go right here, put this here so it's good. So I'm just gonna jump into Final Cut Pro and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. Hold on, let me make sure that the audio is going good. Hey, whoever's watching out there, I can't see who's watching, but if you're watching, I'm just doing a live edit of within Final Cut Pro. So if you have any questions, just let me know and I will answer them as best as possible. As much as possible, I'll look back at the comments and check out what you guys have to say. Anyways, so the main thing here with this edit is it's just a very quick profile of some of the businesses within my community. So I'll show you a video that I did. I don't think all of the components are there, but yeah, so the music's not there, but it's fine. I'll just show you a couple of shots from it.
I'm Shannon Chahal and I own Shannon's Tap and Grill. My business is unique because it literally is the local Cheers. We are the small little restaurant that has great food, amazing drinks, and it's a fantastic atmosphere for our customers. Found that there was an opportunity within the town to provide something different to the community. We wanted to add jobs.
So this is pretty much just a very simple promo video. What I'm gonna do actually right now is, one of the first things I like to do is to actually find all my music. So I'm gonna go over to I actually like for this type of music, I really like using Epidemic Sound. I'm actually gonna put on my headphones because I don't know how this music sounds, but the first thing I like doing is I like going to the moods area, and I want to find a mood that, because this is about businesses and supporting businesses, I want to find something that's upbeat, that is catchy, that makes people feel really happy inside. So I'm gonna go with the happy area. I'm just gonna press the first one. No, that's not. So I'm already noticing that there's a certain type of flavor and sound that I don't really want. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try and find something that is a little bit more my genre. So under genre, I'm going to go to 2010s. And so I'm using Hopeful and 2010s. I like this a lot, actually. So I'm going to, and you'll notice something with me when I'm editing, I don't spend a lot of time like going back and forth and trying to haggle with songs. Either a song speaks to me or it doesn't speak to me. So I usually know within the first 3 to 5 seconds whether or not I can use it. It's too slow. I don't mind this song, but I don't think it's good for the actual project. Too slow.
I get so caught up.
The other thing I like about Epidemic Sound is if you find a song that you really, really like, you can actually just go to this circle to circle button, and it'll actually bring up more songs within that sort of genre. And sometimes there's actually playlists that are created based on that. So I'm gonna go to, I want something faster. Happy. Again, we're thinking about rural towns, rural businesses. We want something that is a little bit more, has acoustics in it, has a little bit more of that upbeat, I would say, white Canadian sound. Trying to find something that's a little bit more reflective of the community that I'm in and the area that I'm in, which is rural Ontario. All right, so I found 3 songs. I am going to not embarrass myself, but I have tons and tons of files. I'm just going to drag these files right over and bring them right into Final Cut. And now we should have the audio in there. We have these 3 audio tracks. Wonderful. And I'm going to go back to my master sync. So this is my master sync. So the ones that are already cut up quite a bit are the ones that I already did. And the ones that have not been sliced up and diced up are the ones that I have not done. So I am going to jump into, I'm going to do this one here, which is a bakery that sells a lot of cool stuff. So I'm going to just... Your names and what business this is. All right, in 3, 2, and 1.
My name is Eva Kotwas. I am owner of this business, Jelly Craft Bakery.
Lorianne Gardner, and I'm manager, and I've been here about 12 years.
Okay, copy this, and I'm going to create a new project. Jelly Bakery. And I'm going to paste in this interview here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and figure out this audio.
From Toronto 27 years ago.
It was very, very noisy, as you can hear inside of this bakery. So, you do what you can do with it. This project was, I actually have to change that to from square to 4K there. Perfect. So I'm going to go to my inspector window, and I'm just going to hit on the noise removal and see what that does for us.
Why I picked up the Shelburne to start the business, we moved from Toronto 27 years ago to Shelburne because I like the small town.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What I'll probably do is I'll probably go into equalization as well. And equalization, it's more of an advanced tool, but essentially what you can do is you can select specific frequencies in your audio and adjust those specific areas. So I'm going to just use the basic, I think this is like the 10 node or the 10 band. You can also go to 32 band or 31 band, and as you can see, you can get way more nodes there. I'm just going to stick with the 10, and I'm going to just bring down a little bit of that hum in the bass area and see what that does for our audio here.
And to start the business, We moved from Toronto 27 years ago to Shelburne because I like the small town. I'm original from Poland and from small.
So that took out a little bit more, right? All we're trying to do is just trying to reduce it. It's not going to be perfect. Once you put the music on, you probably won't hear the noise as much. So I think that'll be fine. The next thing I have to do is obviously adjust the audio because it's way too loud.
Shelburne to start the business. We moved from Toronto.
Okay, perfect. And then if you ever have a break in the action or you cut your audio but you didn't apply it, you want to apply it to the other clip, all you have to do is hold Command and press C, and then Command and I think it's Command Option V. That will apply the adjustments that you added or you took from the previous clip to your next clip.
And catch, of course, people which go into the cottage.
Okay. Now, I don't know if this was color adjusted or it was just, I think I may have turned it down because it was a little bit hot. Okay, so there's some adjustment I have to do for the color correction. So first thing first.
My name is Eva Kotwas.
So I'm gonna focus on just the bakery owner, and her name. I don't need to necessarily have the names of every single person that works in the business. Like that's a little bit much.
My name is Eva Kotwas. I am owner of this business, Jelly Craft Bakery.
Perfect. So that's good. And the way I'm cutting all the way through all of the clips is by holding Command Shift B. So if I hold Command Shift and press on B, it makes a blade cut through everything.
Oh boy, what would make this business unique? We are 20 years in this business.
So.
Oh boy, what would make this business unique?
So I don't even need to get all of that. So I'm going to cut that out because that's just wasted space.
We are 20 years in this business. It's a long time, like in Shelburne, yes. And unique, everything is fresh. Coming from oven every day, like from the morning. Like now it's afternoon, but we have a fresh. Coming from oven every day, like from the morning. Like now it's afternoon, but we have in Shelburne, yes. And unique, everything is fresh.
Everything's fresh. She kind of rambles on from there.
Near to Toronto, I think. And this is the best service. Why I pick up the Shelburne to start the business, we moved from Toronto. We moved from Toronto 27 years ago to Shelburne because I like the small town. I'm original from Poland and from small town. And in Shelburne was nothing where I can go and drink the coffee. And I started the business and I built a team, which is John, Lorian, Marta, and another girl. She's not here today, and Magda. And with this team, I think I can go for a couple more years if we get the support from local people.
So it's a little bit hard to hear, like to understand what she's saying, but what I'm probably going to have to do is just chop it up a little bit more, and then I'll have to go to another program and add in the subtitles in there. Let me know if you have any questions about what I'm doing. I'll answer it as I can as I look back at the comments.
And catch, of course, people which go into the cottage or passing through. And I wish that 21 will be better, like 20. We can open the place for the customers and they can sit down and
Just right at 1 minute, pretty much. I'm just gonna see what's inside.
I think where I can go and drink the coffee. And I started the business and I built a team, which is John, Lorian, Marta, and another girl. She's not here today, and Magda. And with this team, I think I can go for a couple more years if we get the support from local people. And catch, of course, people which go into the cottage or passing through. And I wish that 21,
I think we can start right from here.
Local people. I wish that 21 will be better, like 20. We can open the place for the customers, and they can sit down and laugh with us.
Perfect. Okay. So now let's add in some of the B-roll. I'm going to add some B-roll here. Let me see if I can find some of these B-roll clips. Oh, give me a second here. I got to close up some of these. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, perfect. Let me just copy. Sometimes when you're working in Final Cut, if you don't properly organize your clips, they can disappear on you. Maybe because you deleted some or you moved them in other areas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to locate everything where I was supposed to find it before. Blue room disk. Okay, so it should be here. I should be able to find. Okay. Okay, perfect. So there are certain things that I no longer have, which is fine. There are other clips that I will grab and use. Okay. Under downloads. All right. Okay. So I am going to go down to our Jelly Craft Bakery. Perfect. So lay out some of these here. Alright, so we got all our clips here. And they're all going to be in slow motion, so I didn't have to necessarily worry about getting them perfectly timed out, because once it's in slow motion, then it becomes a little bit more interesting after. So a quick way of being able to slow down any videos from Final Cut, especially if you shot them, like you overshot them. So let's say you shot a 1080p 60 frames per second clip, or a 1080p 120 frames or 240 frame a second clip, but you don't know the math on how much of a percentage you can slow it down by. What you can do is you can go to this sort of speed dial here and go to automatic speed, and you click on that, and then it'll automatically, Final Cut will automatically calculate how slow it can possibly be without it affecting anything. So now these clips are slow motion. Alright. And I really don't have to do a lot of, like, I may just stylize edit in the sense of, you know, add a little bit more color to them. But I want to start out first with the main person, the owner,
My name is Eva Kotwas.
Eva. So we're going to just drag this a little bit. So I like starting out with, like, I'll start out with
My name is Eva Kotwas. I am owner of this business, Jelly Craft Bakery. I am owner of this business, Jelly Craft Bakery.
Bakery. And then we'll cut to, what are we going to cut to here? Probably cut to a couple shots of the preservatives, so like the jams. I like this sort of shot of some of the things that are available here. So actually, let me grab some music now too. Okay. I'll change the audio roll. Now, a rule of thumb is to like usually have your music. I generally have it a little bit lower because I find, I don't know, with my headphones that it's still a little distracting, but we'll see. I'll put it at -18.
My name is Eva Kotwas. I am owner of this business, Jelly Craft Bakery. We are 20 years in this business.
And maybe it might be a cool thing to have a little bit of this. Right, so it's kind of like we kind of lead into the next thought.
Jelly Craft Bakery. We are 20 years in this business.
It feels like it needs to have one more beat. I think that community side of things, having that community beat would be great.
Craft Bakery. We are 20 years in this business.
Yeah, okay. So, I also should have a rise in the music, just so that there's a little bit of
Craft Bakery. We are 20 years in this business. It's a long time, like in Shelburne, yes. And unique, everything is fresh.
And with this, I don't want it. I feel like it's too far. It's too distracting with all these other ladies kind of looking at her. It was a real rushed shoot. So one of the things I'm going to do myself is I'm just gonna zoom into Eva a little bit more, so we kind of focus on her. Maybe I might be able to cheat it a little bit more. Let me see if I can cheat. How far I can cheat it without without it looking too bad. Perfect. Okay. So I'm actually going to set one back to the right thing and put it on this one. So
Craft Bakery. We are 20 years in this business. It's a long time, like in Shelburne, yes. And unique, everything is fresh.
everything is fresh. So when she says everything is fresh, that's where we get the breads. We get a shot of this young lady bringing something out of the cafe back area. We need something else. Yeah, jams. So everything is fresh. We'll have bakery. Yeah, these two shots here. We'll leave that alone for now.
Everything is fresh. We moved from Toronto 27 years ago to Shelburne. Because I like the small town. I'm original from Poland.
I still want to reframe this because it looks kind of unbalanced. So let me reframe this here. what's bothering me right now, to be honest with you, is this, how hot she looks right here. It's just terrible. I actually want to see if I can make some adjustments right now on it and just kind of bring it down a bit. Her skin is like, I literally just used like the base like picture profile. I think it was maybe picture profile 3 I used on Sony, my Sony A73. I don't like that at all. I'm probably gonna have to jump in and grab, put a LUT on this and see if any of my LUTs can kind of, let me see if one of my warm LUTs can do anything to it. Okay, well, it is warming it up. It definitely was warming that up too much. All right, so not that. I know she's not brown skin, but let's see if any of the brown skin LUTs can do anything there. Yep, that's not going to do anything. All right, so see if I can do cine balance and then bring that down a bit. You know what it is? It's the red in the, like I have a red in the LUT, but then it's also red in the skin. So I actually don't mind this pop a bit, but I have to go in now and do some adjusting as well. So I have to take this red and bring it down here. It's a little bit too green now. There you go. Okay, perfect. Don't want it too green. No, it is too green, so there we go. That's good. And then, so if I, so right now I actually like where it's at, although it's still it's a little bit too red in the skin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to hue saturation curves. I'm going to go to hue versus sat. And I'm going to use the eyedropper and find the area that I want to kind of reduce a little bit. So I'm going to reduce there, and then I still need to change the hue because the hue is what's bothering me the most. And bring this down. And I might be able to bring that up. That's more to what I would prefer. And then luminance is like the brightness or the intensity of that color. So I'm gonna actually bring it up, because if I bring it down, then it just brings down the skin tones and the colors too much. So if I bring it up now I have it. Now I have it. Ha 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 ha. Ho 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 ho. I'm very, very happy. So that's how it was before. That's how it is now. That's how it is without the LUT. That's how it is with the LUT. This is a LUT all the way. This is the LUT down. So it actually works really, really well. I'm very happy with that. I might pull back the LUT a little bit and then go back to my curves and then bring my blacks down. Yeah, it's like it's way too extreme. I may need to just bring this down just like that. There we go. I'm liking how that's looking. That's looking good, considering where it was coming from, which was this, which is ugly and magenta-ish, and I hate it. Let me know what you guys are saying in the chat. Have any questions? All right, so now that I have my base tone here, I'm just going to copy and paste this over pretty much all my footage, and then I'll just adjust what I have right now. I'm just going to adjust it. Just going to adjust it. Let me know if you can hear me. I know I'm talking kind of low, but actually I need some water. By the way, if you are interested in any of the LUTs that I have that I'm using, you can go to my website or go to my storefront, and the LUTs are available for purchase on my store, my virtual store. So I'm going to paste these in. So because the lighting got a little bit darker throughout the interview, I just have to make adjustments for that. This is actually not too bad, although
It's a long time.
we're getting a little bit of noise in the shadows here, so I might just brighten this up.
It's a long time in Shelburne, yes.
I actually might just cover this part with something else, with another shot of Shelburne. Let me see if I have any other shots of Shelburne or any other shots in general. Okay. I'm going to use this right here. When in doubt, just use a basic time shot here. The other thing you can do, if you don't know, like if you're shooting flat, and flat just means like you're shooting without any contrast and no saturation, and it's like a log format. Final Cut has a shortcut where it kind of balances everything out for you. So if you hold Command Option B, that will give you kind of a basic balance. Now, it never works really, really well, but if you're a person that just wants a starting point because you don't even know where to start from, then this gives you a little bit of a starting point, albeit it's not perfect. Like, it should have landed somewhere over here, but it landed like more brown than anything. All right, expose that. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. One thing you don't want to do is you don't want your blacks to touch that line. You want to kind of crush your blacks within the confine of your mid-tones and your black tones. So I'm just gonna keep it right there. I can crush it more if I wanted to. I'm just gonna see how that looks. Check, check, check. Let me just make sure everything's looking good on this end here. Perfect. All right. So I have this here. I'm going to try and add some saturation to it to give it a little bit more color. Again, it's not perfect. It's going to need a tweak or two, but I just want to kind of get it to a place that I'm satisfied with. And overall, it just needs to be brightened up a bit. You know, overall, it can brighten up just a bit, and then bring that back down. It's not my favorite shot, but it'll do. It'll do for now.
We are 20 years in this business.
Yeah, I'll probably take out the
20 years in this business.
The other thing is, this is a slow motion clip, so I was doing handheld with this, so let me change that slow motion there.
We are 20 years in this business. It's a long time, like in Shelburne, yes, and unique. Everything is fresh. We moved from Toronto 27 years ago to Shelburne because I like the small town. I'm original from Poland, and
everything's getting much darker. So
and from small town, and
okay, so make some tweaks here. Let's brighten everything up a bit.
And Magda, because I like the small town. I'm original from Poland and from small town.
I'm gonna add one more shot to kind of hide this hot shot because it's obviously bothering me very much. Just add that there.
Shelburne, because I like the small town. I'm original from Poland and from small town. And in Shelburne was
Problem with this video is that it was bright outside and then it kept on getting cloudy and then it got bright again, so the lighting changes quite a bit, so I have to just kind of work with what I got. So I want them more exposed for this. That's fine. So then I may have to match this a little more to this. Take this off here. Okay. So then that will make me have to bring this down a little bit or a lot. There. There. May have to desaturate this just a bit. It was honestly a nightmare, but I had to shoot it at that point in time because that's when the owner was there, so we make it work.
get the support from local people. I wish that.
So the music is steadily getting worse and worse and worse in terms of how loud it is. I am going to adjust that in a moment. But here's the B-roll stuff that I'm just going to add in and keep it moving. We don't even need to see her face that much. We just need to maybe that might be good for Poland.
We moved from Toronto 27 years ago to Shelburne because I like the small town. I'm from original.
I like that part. I'm originally from Poland, so I'm going to actually put that in there.
Years ago to Shelburne because I like the small town. I'm original from Poland and from small town. And in Shelburne was nothing where I can go and drink the coffee. And I started a business, and 27 years ago to Shelburne because I like the small town. I'm original from Poland and from small town. And in Shelburne was nothing where I can go and drink the coffee. And I started a business, and business, and I built a team, which is John, Lorian, Marta, and another girl. She's not here today, and Magda. And with this team, I think I can go for a couple more years. If we get the support from local people. I wish that 21 will be better, like 20. We can open the place for the customers.
See, it just got bright. I don't know why it got so bright there. The sun came out there, so I'm just gonna use this. I'm gonna use this as my view roll to end the shot, and then I may just end the shot with her. So do the coming down. So
Will be better, like 20. We can open the place for the customers, and they can sit down and laugh with us.
So I'll do that.
Will be better, like 20. We can open the place for the customers, and they can sit down and laugh with us.
Sit down and laugh with us. So bring this gel.
We can open the place for the customers, and they can sit down and laugh with us.
And then I'm gonna go back to one of these older videos that I did. Perfect.
Customers, and they can sit down and laugh with us.
So I actually have to shorten this a bit because it has to be, well, does it have to be 1 minute long? Yeah, some of these other ones weren't 1 minute long, so. All right, let me just, I think we're pretty much complete with this short piece here. Only thing I gotta do is just tweak some of the shots just a little bit. This is gonna be super bright, but I'm still gonna use this just as a waypoint. Oh, it's actually darker than I expected.
My name is Eva Kotwa.
Okay.
As I am owner of this.
Okay, cool. Okay, indoors, I'm gonna try and use some of these. Let me see if I can just copy and paste. I have no idea. I'm being a little lazy, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to color correct every single clip, so if I can get it to a specific point that I like, I'm going to keep it. I'm just going to adjust it and then apply it to everything else. All right. Copy and paste, ladies and gentlemen. Copy and paste. Don't do this at home, please. Don't do this. Don't be like me. I'm a very poor example, but I'm just trying to get it to a certain point, and it's not even, it didn't even come close to that. It's terrible. Let me see this again. It's like super green. Then that's super red. Go back to here. That's the one thing when you're shooting indoors and it's like just bad lighting overall. You have to like really find, you know what, instead of using, I'm going to use a color board instead of the color wheels. It's a little bit easier for me to find. So right now it's really, really yellowish green. So if I pull that down, what I'm trying to do is just try and get like these white areas to kind of look white, like even just a bit, you know, like it's, I'm not asking for much. Let's see how. You add some saturation, it will actually expose what is going on in an image. Well, let me take off the LUT and let me try and rebalance it again. So so it's this hue thing here. Let me see this. It's a lot of orange. You gotta start from the beginning here. The beginning. I'm not getting a response on this. Oh, because duh. There we go. This is sort of close to what it should be, and then the black needs to take, we need to take out the purple out of the black here. All right, I think I'm good at that point. There we go. That balance just gives that little funk. My LUT gives it a little bit of funk, nothing too big, not too big. So now we see it.
Ago.
Okay, no, that works. That works. Looks a lot better. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Who's on here anyways? Okay.
Like 20, we can John, Lorianne, Marta, and another girl, she's not here today, and Magda. And with this team, I think I can go for a couple more years if we get the and Magda, customers, and they can sit down and laugh with us. Us. With us.
Okay, I think we are complete with this one here. I think we are complete. Oh, these need to get corrected a little bit. I'll just use this. That one I knew was going to be off. Could send your way from way back way. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, so this is done. I'm going to export this. Actually, I won't even export it right now. I'll let it render first and then I'll export it. Let's see if anybody's on here. All right. Is it all rendered? Perfect. It's all rendered out. Okay. So, oh, did not do this one. Let's do quick. Shika. Okay, now we can export. So I'm just going to select the timeline. Press export. And I have my own custom YouTube exports that I use all the time. Save it on desktop. And we'll get that cooking. Now, once that's done, I am going to. Is that video done? Oh, shucks. That video is completo. Wowzers. Let me see if I can. I don't think that went. Oh, Final Cut Pro quit on me. Or, oh no, it didn't. Let me see that again. Boom. So now it should be done in about 3-4 minutes. Okay, on to the next. Oh, I forgot to use this. Whoops. I have to stop the render because I have to go back to this, and it has to have the support the burn. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Now export. That's good. All right. Next up is, okay. Let me go to new project. I don't know which gym this is, to be honest with you, so please forgive me if I didn't announce what gym it is. I'll find out. We'll find out together, actually. All right.
And
First, can you say your name and the business that you run? It's super noisy.
so I'm Hannah Sign, and I'm the owner of Town Fitness.
Perfect. And Hannah, what makes your business unique or different?
I would say the biggest factor is the fact that we're probably the smallest gym in the area, and yet we were just recently voted #1 in Dufferin County as the #1 fitness center. So
awesome. A lot of noise in the background, a lot of other things happening. It is what it is. It's already recorded. So I am going to hit the noise reduction and see how it sounds.
I would say the biggest factor is the fact that we're probably the smallest gym in the area, and yet we were just recently voted #1 in Dufferin County.
That's actually not too bad. Now, if you want to hear that again.
I would say the biggest factor is the fact that we're probably the smallest gym in the area, and yet we were just recently voted #1 in Dufferin County.
That's wonderful. That is wonderful.
I'm Hannah Sign, and
That actually sounds pretty darn good. I'm very, very happy with that.
so I'm Hannah Sign, and I'm the owner of Town Fitness.
Okay.
I would say the biggest factor is the fact that we're probably the smallest gym in the area, and yet we were just recently voted #1 in Dufferin County as the #1 fitness center. So
Okay.
well, that's going back 8 years. We did look around at a number of small towns, and we just kept coming back to Shelburne. Just something, just the feel of the community, the building we found. We just kept coming back to this town. As in within the gym?
No, within Shelburne.
Within Shelburne, I would say a healthy, thriving community is a supportive community, one where you have access to nutrition, fitness, mental health facilities, well-rounded agencies.
Awesome. That's
Is
it.
that agencies?
We're just rolling. Hey folks, if we can keep the sound down a little, thank you so much. Thank you. All right.
Sometimes
So,
you have to listen.
Sometimes you have to be a jerk when you're talking to people, or else they just won't respect you at all.
Listen to me though.
Oh, it's so much fun.
All right. So first things first. What's your name and what business are you representing?
My name is Rachel Murray, and I represent. My name is Rachel Murray, and I represent Rachel Murray Holistic Nutrition.
Perfect. And tell me a little bit about your business and what makes it unique.
Holistic Nutrition. Rachel Murray Holistic Nutrition. So I am a nutritionist, like I said, and I'm unique because I take the whole person into account when I design their meal plan, and meal plan.
And tell me why you chose Shelburne.
I actually grew up here in Shelburne, and I don't I left for a while, and I came back because I just love this community, and I connected with Hannah, the owner of the gym here, and we really just connected and have a great bond and want to give back to this community. Connected, leaning on each other, connected.
Use several words to describe. All right, so I'm just gonna do the color correction from now. I might as well. Oh, well, and then again, I don't. Yeah, I'll do the color correction. This color correction will be much better because everything is a lot more neutral. And anyways, I'm gonna just try and add a LUT and see if I can just add one of my LUTs to it. Yes, shameless plug. I'm adding one of my LUTs balance and see if what that does. That's perfect. Love it. Don't need to do anything with it. that's exactly what I'm looking for. That's exactly what I am looking for. Okay. So let me just go in. I'll do a little bit of tweaking just because I want to bring up. It's hard because there's highlights here, so that's what's showing up in this graph here. But I want to bring up the midtones a bit, and then bring down the blacks a bit. There, that's fine. I'm not gonna be.
And I'm the owner of Town Fitness.
Yeah, that's perfect to me. I don't know about you guys, but copy and paste it is. And let's see how it looks. Yep, that's she's a little bit cool and unsaturated. You know what? We could saturate everybody a little bit more. So let me do a mid saturation here. So it's just kind of looking orange now. Whoa. Whoa. Bring down the orange a little bit. There. There. So this is how it looks before and after. And let's put on a big screen so we can see.
And I'm the owner of Town Fitness.
Hey, listen, I wasn't even shooting with a light, so just saying. Hey, Sammy, what's up? I'm just here working away on an edit. Have you ever like talked while you're typing? It's kind of weird, but it's all good. Okay. So let me know if you have any questions, Sammy. All right. Actually, I should just quickly jump into. I'm gonna just share this feed. I should share this feed with some of my friends and colleagues. I was just busy on here editing. I wasn't even thinking about anything else, but I should just share maybe. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm just trying to do my workflow and stay productive, but I was like, you know what? A lot of people always ask me about my workflow and how I create stuff. So I was like, you know what? Let me just jump on and maybe I'll you're not as organized as me. Trust me. If I show you my desktop and my laptop, you'll be like, yeah, you're not really organized, Tristan. And I'm like, I'm trying to reorganize because I was switching from from two old computers to new computers. So I'm just here as a resource. So if you have any questions, please let me know. If you know any questions that you have. I am editing away here. All right. So with this, so oftentimes you use a LUT and it works really well on one person's skin, but then it not so well on the other person's skin because
Very holistic.
a different lighting situation, right? So I mean, when I blow this up, it doesn't look too bad. It actually looks pretty good. I just want to warm up the blacks a bit so that they don't look as cool because there's the natural light coming in and reflecting on our glasses, which I didn't really take time to adjust. Oh well. Okay, so let me do this. I'm gonna try and use the blacks here, and I'm gonna just push the blacks over to more green, yellow. And there we go. So it's a very slight adjustment, and I'll show you right over here. So that's how the blues looked before. That's how they look now. Leaning a little bit more to the warmer side. It just makes her more inviting. That's before, that's after. That's before, and that's after. You see how it kind of brings it alive a little bit? It just brings it up a little bit. Now, the other thing that you could do, which I've done in the past, is like, if we want to get rid of some of these distractions around said subject, right? There's some distractions around here. What we can do is we can add another color board. And if we add a color board and then we go to this little color mask area, we can say add shape mask. And what that will allow us to do is control my graph area here. So, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually create a vignette. So so the outside of this is kind of like the fade of how feathered the edge is or how solid the edge is. So the closer it is, the more the edge is going to be more solid and hard. The further away it is, the more faded it is. And then over in my inspector window area, I have inside and I also have outside. So I'm just going to go to outside because I want to only affect outside of this mask area. And I'm going to just go to my mid exposure adjustments and I'm going to bring those down a bit. And all this is doing is it's giving me a light vignette so that the focus will be on the person. So I don't want it to be heavy like this, right? Yeah, I shot this with natural and indoor light. So it was a mixture of a whole bunch of stuff. So that's why it was really like a run and gun situation, to be honest with you. I don't want it really, really hard. This is what you would call more stylized. What I want is just a slight uptick in where people are focusing. So it's just a little bit. I'm just darkening the edges just a bit, just enough so that she will be more prominent. And then what you could do too is if you click on the inside, you can actually do the reverse. You can brighten her up on the inside. But remember now, if you brighten her up too much, then you're just washing out everything, right? So you may not want to do that. So you just want to brighten her up maybe just slightly, right? Brighten her up a bit. And if you want to add some more contrast, then all you need to do is if you go back to your color adjustments, you can bring in some more of that black love, and maybe it's not even just the blacks, maybe it's just bringing down the mid-tones. All right, so just to see, just if you want to compare the two together, like with or without the vignette, I took it off. That's how it looked before. That's how it looks now. So it kind of just brings more focus into the center area, and it drives the eye, even as subtly as you may think. It drives the eye to the actual person talking. And I'm just going to copy and paste this onto the rest of them. So now they're all copy and pasted in there. I'm going to actually paste, I'm going to just paste this, just my color board thing, and paste that in there. There we go. And then if we look back again, where is it here? Color board, yeah. Again, it's not perfect. Like, I would probably go back to the color wheel and bring down her face a little bit, right? And then go back here, and yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. No, actually, yeah. Try out masking on Final Cut. Yeah, I think you'll find some really, really good ways of using it. You can use it to recover skies and things of that nature. So it's definitely something that's worth looking into. I am going to finish up this here.
And that where probably the community is.
Okay, so first things first, let's add some music. Let's add some music to this thing. That's very loud. Why is it so loud for? Gosh gee willigers. There we go. No, it's not happy enough. Why not? It's nice, it's friendly, and it is also a gym. So, you know, people don't really love gyms right off the bat. So it might be better to start with something that's just more homely. So let's try this at -18. I actually don't mind that song. I feel like that empty. I feel like I should just start it from here, or maybe start it from like, do that because we want to have some more rhythm to it. Now, if a song's too slow, you can actually cheat it and change the speed of the song. I just held Command and press R, and then this green bar shows up. The green bar basically, well, it's not green anymore; it's purple, but it basically tells me how fast I've changed this. I don't know if I can, if I press this. Maybe if I, yeah, it's hard for you guys to see because it's a little bit far away, but basically it says now it's 152% faster. So let's see how it sounds. That sounds terrible. Okay, that sounds a lot better. That sounds a little bit better there. I do shoot music videos, but my music videos are very specific. I don't do booty shaking videos at all. I just don't. If I'm doing rap videos, they have to be ones that make sense and that are telling a story. So I don't just do any music videos. If you're out there and if you're watching, let me know if you have any questions. This is just an open editing session. I literally just been explaining what I've been doing. I started basically with a large slab of footage, and now I'm editing it down and doing like a couple of business profiles for my local town initiative. Okay, so we have color correction, we have the elements that we want, we have the music. Now let's add some B-roll. So I am just going to quickly go through the B-roll that we have available. Excuse me. So I have, all right, I'm just literally going to grab pieces of video. And the reason why I'm just grabbing pieces of video is because it's all slow motion. So I'm just going to change it as needed, you know, and smiling and laughing is always a good thing. So I got a couple shots of them there, got a shot of the board, got a shot of snacks, supplements, a lady doing some boxing, this young lady doing, there's actually a funny joke to this. Like, so I didn't tell her when to stop, and like she was like really getting into it, and I was like, oh, and then she's like, oh, I have to stop now. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know how strenuous it was because I don't exercise like tough like this girl is. I think it was like right here where she's like, I'm done right now. Can you tell me when to stop? So I was here a little bit longer, so you could tell that I actually had more time to work with these individuals here. So I don't really want to go into like, I think this is another fitness area. Okay, cool. We have tons and tons of footage rocking here. Let me know if you guys have any questions in terms of what I'm doing. So this is what I normally do. This is my little secret, okay? I said it in the last video. I'll say it again. I actually go to this little, like when I know when I recorded slow motion footage, what I do is I'll throw it into the timeline. I know it's a 24 frame per second timeline, and what I'll do is I'll select the clips, and then I'll go to this little time button, and I'll press automatic speed. When you click on automatic speed, then it actually does all the calculations for you. Final Cut does, and it gives you the perfect speed or perfect percentage of slowing down the clip to make it as buttery smooth as possible. So like it's already done everything for me. all I have to do now is just kind of select the part of the clip that I really like that, right? Boom, 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 right? The other thing too is like if you're just kind of like putting things in and you're in a rush, while you have these clips selected, you can double click on this time area, and then when you see this icon, this means that you can select how long you want the clips to be. So I'm going to change all these clips to 4 seconds long and hit enter, and now they're 4 seconds. So I don't have to drag and do all that other craziness. So do I even have the, I'm trying to see if I have the, I do not have the sign of this place, which sucks. I should have had a sign for this place. I didn't capture it. I am going to just start out with laughing ladies. I don't know why that showed up. That was really weird. So I don't like what she was doing there. What Hannah was doing there. Yeah. So I don't like what they were doing there because they were just, they had their masks and stuff, and I didn't like how that looked. So let's see that again. Hannah's looking in the camera. So let me see here. Yeah, so it's out of focus. I'm gonna make this long, and I just need to find 10 seconds where it's in focus. Like not even 10 seconds. I need to find a 3-second clip that's in focus. There. That right there. That's perfect. Okay, and then we'll go to, we'll jump to this young lady here. Get a couple shots of her doing some muscle work and doing some punches. I don't want her to talk. Like, one of the things, sometimes people ramble into their answers, and it's not actually really, it doesn't speak to the point of the matter, which is why they moved to Shelburne. So what I want to do is I'm going to cut it where, so you see that wow, that's going back into eight years ago. I don't care about that. I just want to get to the we. What did we do? Because that's, I mean, this is a social media sort of video. So I need to get right to the story. Like, what do we need? Like, what was it? Now, I may want to, because it doesn't really make sense with her punching like this. So what I may want to do is find a shot. There we go. Yeah. Get a more of a close-up shot. And then cut to this shot of this young lady here. So yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can. Now the reason why it's doing all that jaggedy jiggly thing is, number one, I'm streaming this live, but then number two, I'm also working with 4K footage, and I'm layering them on top, and I have, you know, a full host of color correction on there. So she's talking about Shelburne, so I should have some sort of shot of Shelburne or something that says Shelburne on here. So what I'm going to do is, because I don't think I have any Shelburne clips embedded in here. I'm gonna have to look in my, and don't judge me, okay? I don't have everything organized perfectly like you do, but I'm gonna jump over to my work drive, and I'll go under video, active, COVID. These are some shots of just stuff. Oh no, this is more shots of something else I was doing. Let me see if I have a support burn. I have shell burn. Finished. Shell burn, there we go. Okay, these are just the finished business ones. So, I mean, sometimes what you can do is you can just fake it. And what I mean by faking it is just grabbing shots of different projects that have that aren't really connected to the one that you're working on, and then just put those shots in there. Because I mean, again, at the end of the day, nobody knows it's not Shelburne, right? I would like to put in a couple of Shelburne shots. So what is this one here? Okay, good. So this is like the support the burn campaign. So I'm just gonna take this video clip and drag it right. Come on, Final Cut. What's going on? There we go. I'm gonna drag it right in there. That's one thing I like about Final Cut, is that you can just drag everything into there. By the way, I see that there's like 4 people watching. Where are you from? What are you saying? What's going on? Let me know, why you're watching, or if you have any questions. I'm just here being creative, trying to tell digital stories. Sometimes the stories are fun. Other times the stories are just, blase, but it's all good. Just wanted to create a space where we can vibe out together and stay creative. Okay, so I have a shot. So they moved to Shelburne. I don't even know if I need to use this lady. Oh shoot! You from Nigeria? Big ups to Nigeria. Big ups to Nigeria. Big up, big up, big up. I'll do this more. If you guys want me to do this more, we can do this more. I could definitely do more of these live edits. And I can go in depth into specific things, but that's gonna be more geared towards like the Patreon community. So I do have my own Patreon community, my own private Facebook page and things of that nature, where we'll go more in depth into stuff. But I'm just trying this out for the first time, just seeing if there's any interest, if you guys are learning anything, where you're from. But big ups Nigeria. I've never been to Nigeria. I want to go to Nigeria so bad, and get some of that jollof. Hey. What you doing in Ukraine anyways? You doing freelance editing and videography. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take this Rachel Murray and bring it over here, and then put her. Good. I like that. I like that a lot. Listen. Niger Jollof. Listen, beef stew. Oh, Lord have mercy. Beef stew, Nigerian beef stew. For those of you that are watching and you guys don't know about beef stew, Niger beef stew, it'll change your life. They can inject whatever they put in that beef stew, that Niger beef stew, they can inject it right into my bloodstream, and I'll be very happy. Very, very happy. I'm from Jamaica, so I love myself some nice, well-seasoned food. Where are you guys from? and design their meal plan. Boom, boom, boom. So we have, and I'm just going to, here's another cheat is like, if you don't have a second angle, then just when you shoot in 4K, so here's a cheat, right? Okay. You don't have a second angle and you have to just kind of do some hard cuts. A very easy way to kind of make the jump cuts feel a little bit better is by just shooting 4K or even 1080p and zooming in a little bit. So now you have this shot. Now our head's a little cut off, so I'll make it more like that. So now we're jumping from, right? It's not like, again, it's not a perfect cut, but it's a good cut. Like it's decent, it works, and you can keep it moving. Now the other thing that you can do in terms of cutting is, like, if you notice, I'm always cutting kind of at these points where I don't want to have a hard jump cut, right? Same thing here. So I kind of cut off Rachel Murray's my name. So my name is Slim Shady. So I'm going to put some of these things just to connect. I mean, this may not even be product that she endorses or she believes in, but you know, connecting food with nutrition. They sell a certain kind of food in there. They have certain level of nutrition. I'm making all those connections as she's speaking to make it a little bit easier for people to watch and be like, oh, okay, she talks about food and educates food. Again, these are small little storytelling beats that help as an editor. And I think I should cut. This was solo, but I do shoot with a team. I have a team of about 5 to 6 people, production staff, and we shoot together on larger shoots, and I'm usually directing, but if it's like a really small shoot, then I'll just shoot it myself. It doesn't make any sense to get like a team of, this was literally a volunteer thing I did for my my local townsman. So it's exciting. I don't know. This guy's just, you know, doing a power lift or something. So fine. It's interesting enough. I was going to use, well, I could still use this where she's talking. Yeah, there's like, I'll leave it as is. I'm not gonna overthink it. Juppy. I saw that you called. Sorry, that's why I didn't answer, because I was on this live. Sorry, Juppy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I know. No, it's not your bad at all. Yo, listen, man, mad love. Listen, if y'all don't know, I have a brother from another mother. His name's Juppy. No bad at all. Don't say a bad at all. It's all good. It's just I was literally just starting this like randomly today just because. Perfect. You're learning something? That's good. I'm glad. That means something's happening here. That means something is happening here, guys. I'm glad that you guys are learning something, you know. My goal here is to educate and get my work done too as well. But not only just that, I'm going to be doing this more often. But the key thing here is that I will be, you know, if you want to go in depth into specific things in Final Cut, I'm going to have my course ready, as well as The Patreon account is ready to go. I'm going to be doing this a lot more so that people can get some stuff out of Final Cut Pro, out of all of these different platforms that we're using. I think I should just so she said, yeah, and then I'm going to cut right to Hannah. I'm going to get a shot of Hannah again. Although we used a shot, I'm just going to do one shot here. I don't use Premiere at all, but the principles remain the same. You know, the principles of being able to tell stories remain the same. So even though I don't use Premiere, I can definitely teach it if need be. Ooh, I like that. I just want the I would say. DaVinci Resolve, yeah, DaVinci Resolve I'm learning right now, but I think I'm just gonna take some time to actually jump into it, and because I've used it for a few like small projects, but it's very similar. Like if I think I have it here, DaVinci. Do I have it? I don't think I have DaVinci Resolve. Okay, that's the next thing I gotta get, DaVinci Resolve, and then I'll start. But I do color correcting in Final Cut, and it works really well. Like this is just for those that are just joining. This is like the before, and this is after, and obviously there's other elements to that. So you don't have to necessarily use DaVinci Resolve. You can. But you don't have to use DaVinci Resolve. Like I use Final Cut for this Support the Burn campaign as well. So she's a little low. I don't like how low she sounds, so I'm gonna pump up. So I am going to take off that. So we're gonna get this young lady doing some exercises here. I mean, she's a nice, cute girl, and it's, you know, it's nice to have somebody who looks cute in a video. Plain and simple. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Well, you can get cinematic stuff anywhere, to be honest with you. You don't have to use DaVinci Resolve. It's really the way you shoot, you know, to get that cinematic look, right? So it really just depends on what you're looking to do. Well, I mean, if you buy the Blackmagic cameras, then you get, I mean, it works really well with DaVinci Resolve, but DaVinci is free automatically, so you don't even have to worry about that, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know if I want to add anything else. It's just a bit much. I'm happy with it. I'm not going to, you know, sometimes you got to just say, like, I'm happy with it. Like, you can't go overboard. But, like, I want to make it so, like, people cry. I don't want to make it so people cry. I want to get the thought across. We got the thought across. and we keep it moving. That's it, right? Don't overthink it, guys, especially for like really, really low budget volunteer stuff. Don't overthink it. I'm going to make sure that the color correction is on point, but let me jump into the chat here, the comment sections here, and see what is going on. What's happening, guys? What's happening? Talk to me. Do you guys have any questions? Because I got the answers. Any questions at all while I'm waiting for this to render? Juppy? Any questions, Juppy? Nah, y'all need to have some questions, damn it. I need some questions. No, I'm kidding. Thank you for letting me know that you like the B-roll. A lot of it, here's the thing. Here's the key to B-roll, right? People think, oh, how do I get good B-roll? How do I do good B-roll? The key to good B-roll is being an editor. And what do I mean by that? Like, you got to know or have a good idea where you're going with the story before you even start shooting. When you do that, it actually allows you or affords you the ability to already know how to frame and how to shoot certain things to get to tell the story that you want to tell. So many of the shots, the B-roll shots that I have, are shots that I have because I already know what story I want to tell. I already know what kind of emotional beats I want to hit, and that's what I'm hitting, right? So yeah, I think that it's really, really important to really think about it as a content creator. Okay, what I'm telling the story about local businesses. What are some things that I want to see? I want to see smiling people. I want to see people, using the product or the service. I want to see people connecting with each other, and I want to see, the business person being somebody who can really convey a level of connectivity. You know what I mean? Oh wow. Okay. Cool. Dope. All right. So listen, I gotta actually run because I gotta pick up my kids. My kids finish school at 3 p.m. But if you want to join me a little bit later, I'll jump back on probably around 5 p.m. Let me know. Just like type in the chat section and let me know if you want to join me for another live session. I'd love to do more of this. This is a lot of fun, actually. I didn't think I was gonna have so much fun doing this, but I'm willing to do this more often if you guys are into this. So let me know in the comment section, and we shall take it from there. All right, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the company, and keep on staying positive and blessed. And this whole live stream is all a great setup. This is actually not half of it. If I zoom out a bit, I can show you a little bit more of my setup, since you guys are asking about that. Those are my clothes back there. But I have my mic right here. So if I go a little bit right here, perfect. And then I have like other things I can do. Like I have another setup right over here at my other desk. So there are a lot of things I can get done. Anyways, I'm rambling on. I got to pick up my kids. You guys have a wonderful afternoon. I'll be jumping back on probably around, I would say 5 or 6 p.m. Talk to you guys later. Peace.